Hi guys. This isn't one of my usual videos. This isn't a sermon or anything like that. So if that's what you're looking for, that's not this video. I'm going to be doing a review on Spider-Man 2, which to me has been, well, incredibly disappointing because it seems more like a DLC than a proper game, to be deadly honest. The story um, of the whole game was very kind of side quest DLC related anyway. That's what I feel, at least. I feel like the Kingpin or maybe somebody else like Silvermane or just somebody else should have been the main villain. I don't think, even though it was well executed in the end with Venom, I don't think he should have been the main villain at the end. It didn't really make much sense, to be deadly honest. And I can get that they're trying to, well, um, they are trying to do the best that they can. They're trying to get a very safe sequel so they can like pull out all the stops in the third one. But it just, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a good thing to really do. It seems a bit lazy in a way, and I'm not going to judge. They probably have their own lives and their own things to do. And I know they're probably working on a lot more games than just Spider-Man at the minute. But it's like they've had so many years to actually do this game. And for me, although I did kind of enjoy it, as I said, it was more of a DLC. Um, what did I enjoy about Spider-Man? I enjoyed the Lizard. I enjoyed Sandman. I enjoyed Scream, especially the fight with Scream, one of the lesser known Spider-Man villains. But I feel that they could have even. The thing is, there was a way that I feel um, could have been a way to do the whole symbiote story right. And I feel the only way it could have been done extremely right would be to have um, the others from the comics, like the one who was in Venom. I can't remember the name of the main villain, the main villain of Venom. The I forgot the symbiote's name. So that main villain from the first Venom movie, and of course Carnage, which we are getting. I know that in DLC, which is good. But I feel like Toxin and Purge should have also been in it. And the well, to be honest, I wouldn't mind to see well the kind of, I don't know whether he's a clone or something, but I think he's called Kane. He used to be a very cool character. I used to love him, but yeah, if he could show up, that would be nice. But probably delving into the realms of science fiction there. Um, but yeah, no, I'd say you probably could do it good with um, Toxin and Purge and the other one who was in the first Venom movie. Um, I also think that the symbiote god, I forgot whatever his name is, he should have been the main villain. it should have either been him or like somebody was revealed to be controlling the symbiotes, like the Shadow Man, which would have been awesome. And also, where was the Red Hood? The Red Hood was meant to be in this game, and I was very, very excited for the Red Hood. Not a lot of people like know who the Red Hood is or really like him, but he's this awesome character. He's got a friggin' demon in him, for goodness sake. Like, why was he left on the cutting room table? He's an awesome character. And why was Kingpin not involved in this? Where's Hammerhead? He is alive. Um, why doesn't. Well, I don't know. Silver Sable could always return. Black Cat did return, but her return was very lackluster. I feel like they could have done a lot more with Black Cat within Spider-Man 2. I felt they could have done the same kind of thing they did in the first game, where she was helping out and she was good, and then she turned again. Because I feel like that's the best way for you to go with Black Cat anyway, because she's constantly turning on Spider-Man, then being forgiven, turning on Spider-Man, then being forgiven. And that's a continuous thing throughout the comics, so why not make it a continuous thing throughout the games? But yeah, no, apart from that, I feel like all of the, well, the off-screen deaths also really annoyed me. I would have rather have kind of seen Raven kill Electro and kill Shocker and kill Rhino. But yeah, we're not meant to have these good, nice things. If we had these nice things, it might make Craven a more believable, a more sensical, proper villain for, the story. But no, we can't have that. And I don't know, the fact that Mr. Negative, I think, was even I don't even know. He was captured, wasn't he? He was captured by Craven, and then Miles Morales helped him out. But I just feel like it's a grand departure from the last game, and I don't know. I can understand how Martin Lee would want to change, but I don't understand how it's right off the bat. And it's like he went from wanting to like murder a whole city in Norman Osborn and, tickety boo, a few months down the line, he's just perfectly kind of okay and trying to redeem himself. It doesn't exactly make any sense, in my personal opinion. And as well as the fact that there were Mary Jane missions, and the thing is, it's I thought that if we could tase or do something like that in the first game, I thought, yeah, that'll be okay. I think if we do that, that'll be a good thing. But we kind of did it, and it just was boring as heck anyway. To be deadly honest. The Miles missions were okay. Some were better than others, but there was not a lot of side content. The only real side content there was that wasn't kind of silly little Easter eggs was the whole Flame storyline. Um, and that was nice. Don't get me wrong, but it seems like a lot of the side quests just went absolutely nowhere. It was there wasn't enough villain inclusion. It didn't really make much sense. And as well as that, the whole tombstone being just like completely redeemed out of nowhere, that was very just dumb and stupid. Apart from the flame, there was also one other side quest which was good, which was the Mysterio side quest. Um, I haven't completed the Prowler one, but I've not heard the best. Um, but yeah, this. Although I did enjoy the game, and the chameleon reveal was a nice reveal, I don't feel as if it was, enough. A lot I feel like we saw a lot of villains in the background that we didn't ever really get to fight, which to me was just like a massive miss out. And it was like, if you're going to have Scorpion in the game, if you're going to have Shocker in the game, if you're going to have Electro in the game, if you're going to have Vulture in the game, it's like, let us fight them before they die. Like, you could have killed them off. You could have, got a thing with Craven, but let us fight them. It would be a better game. It would be more enjoyable. And this is the thing. There could have been other people introduced. And this is why I was disappointed with the Flame missions, because I thought that they were actually going to introduce Molten Man. So if you don't know who Molten Man is, it's a Spider-Man nemesis and a kind of a Thor nemesis from the comics. Um, and I also got very hopeful that they were going to introduce Swarm as that, well, the scientist within the lab, Dr. Young, or whatever her name was. She is, well, she's doing B like stuff, and well, you would assume Swarm. And I thought that Doctor, I think it was Dr. Foster or Scythe or whatever. I don't remember, but I know one of them are Goliath. So I wouldn't have minded seeing Goliath. That would have been nice. But yeah, as I said, we kind of don't get nice things. I feel as if it would have been nice to just see, you know, a villain like, even the Spot, even somebody like the Spot or the Rocketeer, just like some fun little side villain. Um, I would have even been happy with the Owl, or like the little legion of kind of super villains. There used to be a little kind of league, and they used to fight Spider-Man. Even Boomerang. I mean, that guy is way, 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 way underrated. Who doesn't love Boomerang in Spider-Man? I mean, he's just brilliant. And as well as the fact that they could use the Jackal. I mean, who wouldn't want to use the Jackal? He's just brilliant. Unless they're doing a Gwen Stacy game and they're going to use the Jackal for that. I mean, that would be just brilliant. But yeah, as for the game, I was very disappointed. I loved the parts where you could play as Venom. That was fun. It was nice. I enjoyed facing Scream. I enjoyed most of the face-offs. I do feel like it was paced very weirdly, and there was a lot of just kind of fighting unnecessary bad guys like the hunters all the time. It wasn't like with the demons where it was kind of fun to fight them. Um, it just didn't feel it, to be deadly honest. I feel like the demons had a more flushed out, better story, and the hunters are just like, oh, we're Craven's lot. There was nothing really discussed about the hunters. It's like we want to know, why are they in it? Why are they helping Craven? Why are they, carrying around? And it's like it shouldn't be a simple and, well, unthought out answer. And I'm I am kind of saddened by the fact as well that the suits are, well, there was meant to be this kind of massive um, customization when it came to suits, and I saw it a little bit. It was all right, but it wasn't anything substantial, and I think I was kind of astounded by how daft it was, because although there are some very nice suits, don't get me wrong, it would just have been nice to kind of have the chance to change that suit's color style. It's like there are certain suits that you can't change um, color style or design for, and it's just like, why introduce the whole color style or design thing if you can't, tweak original costumes? It would just be a lot funner, in my opinion. But what do I know? I'm only a fan. Um, but yeah, I feel like there could have been a lot more done with this game. Um, it just it was so disappointing in a way. Feel I enjoyed the whole, like, Harry and Peter and MJ stuff, but Miles Morales didn't really fit in this game, really. I don't. The thing is, he did and he didn't. He did fit in a way, and I think I swear there was actually a scene where they kind of like fought the Rhino, but it wasn't a fight. I don't even remember. But yeah, that it would have been nice to have more kind of villains and a better story. Um, the DLC could be amazing. I really don't know, but I'm not holding out my hope. I think that they're just gonna kind of make it a simple one and done. They're probably gonna do, oh, this one's gonna be the Carnage one, this one's gonna be someone else, and this one's gonna be someone else. I don't feel like they have a proper drawn out story. I feel like they're more so focusing on Spider-Man 3 and the Wolverine. Um, but yeah, we've seen this in the past anyway, where video game developers will kind of release a lackluster, very safe sequel and then go all in on the third game. Um, but yeah, as I said, it's a massive shame. I don't really care about web wings and things like that. I mean, it was a cool addition, but if you could give me the Spider-Mobile or something like that, I would happily, like, well, carry out my inner childhood dreams and just like ride a spider bike across New York. But if all of it's too much, it is what it is. I do feel like there should have been a lot more villains within this game, and that this game was kind of put together with a load of kind of filler side missions, which we didn't really need. Some of them were cute, but that shouldn't have been the aim of the side missions. The side missions should have been like basically to buff up the story. There were so many better Spider-Man villains. There is a wide variety of Spider-Man villains. So why not use them? There's a lot of villains, even the ones I haven't named. There's this tarantula. There's a lot of great Spider-Man villains. So why waste them? Anyway, this game to me kind of felt like I don't want to insult Insomniac, and I hope I don't in a way, but this felt like more of a Amazing Spider-Man kind of game. I enjoyed the Amazing Spider-Man, but would I pick it up and enjoy it and play it again? I don't know. The thing is, I will play it again just for the ultimate difficulty this one time, but I feel, unlike Spider-Man, the first one, I don't think I'll be picking it up again after that one. I think that I may complete the storyline a second time just so I can fight Lizard and all that again. But I don't feel like it's a story that I'll be coming back to. I don't think that I'll do what I did with the first Spider-Man, which was play it like 4 or 5 times because I enjoyed the game so much. But yeah, massive disappointment in my eyes. The suit system was also completely downgraded, and so are the gadgets. You could have like 12 in the last game, and it's just depleted completely. The Dana cast I also despise, which is just I'm not a fan of Dana. Whatever her face, I don't even know who she is. I don't care. I love JJ, so I would happily see more of J. Jonah Jameson, as well as the fact that I would love to see Manwolf, please, or the higher. I don't know whether it's the higher being or whatever, the ones who made animal people. They were the ones who were the villain in the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 movie. But yeah, even Cloak and Dagger, I would love to see as Spider-Man villains. Because they were in the comics. But yeah, as I said, this game was a kind of massive shame and rather boring in quite a few places. I'm gonna pick it up and play it one more time just so I can fight Sandman and have things again. But after that, I imagine I am never going to touch this game again. So yeah, I will obviously touch it to play the DLC, but apart from that, I will not touch the game. If I enjoy the DLC, I may release another video if the DLC is shockingly good. But as I imagine, it probably will just be average, and I imagine it will be Carnage, and then someone else, and then someone else. I'm going into it unoptimistically, just so I don't get my hopes up, um, because it seemed nothing like the game last year. And another thing that I disliked was all of the photo missions, because it's like, why not continue with the theme of the first game and just take photos of, places around New York to do with superheroes? Why change up a good thing? Why, it just didn't make sense. It really annoyed me. Um, and the only side missions that I really enjoyed was the well, the one where you give the blind old lady a guide dog, a metal guide dog, um, and of course the flame mission and the Mysterio mission, and that was it. The rest, everything else, was pretty boring and, in my mind, rather obsolete. And it's like, I will complete the side quests and all that just so I can see the game in full scale, but I don't think it's really added much. As well as the fact that it said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna add 2 more islands," and it's like, sure, they've technically added 2 more islands, but one, it's kind of one long island and 2 small islands, so it is a bit lackluster in that kind of demand as well, because there could have been 3, but I guess they're saving that. I think was I think Silk Spider was also introduced. Silk was introduced, so I love Silk. So I'll be happy if we, get to see her or play as her, maybe in Spider-Man Miles Morales 2, or maybe she'll get her own game. I would be very happy to see either that or Venom, or just something, Spider-Man-esque. Um, but yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. This is my Spider-Man 2 review. Adios, amigos.